What's up, Internet? We are here for one final day in the town, and we all know why. But I thought it would be fun to wander around, reminisce, and, see what's changed since we start, and truly appreciate our time here in the town. I don't need that letter, and that beeping will get annoying. No treasure. There is a sports fair that we will not get to see. That's okay, I guess. Let's see. I guess we don't need to go to the dump, really, but let's do it anyway. A spring shirt and a racer shirt. I don't think we need either of those. Just put our money in our wallets. We never did get that piggy bank, but we did our best to try and ultimately stockpile enough money to pay off life for the rest of life, which is nice. I would like to pay out, but I don't think I've found that option yet. If anyone can tell me how to pay out my bells to actual money, that would be just super. Or, at the very least, let me transfer them between games. That too would be good. I'm waiting for that patch. But we'll go to my original town from 20 years ago, a town that we've gone also fairly intimate with, simply because it's set at a different time zone, so we can at least play it at a relatively decent time. No idea what I'm going to do about this tomorrow, but we'll figure it out. Let's hop on that train for one last proper ride. There's our old friend, Rover, who's not really so much as a friend as he is just a general annoyance we have to deal with on a daily basis. I'm not going to miss this. There are things I'm going to miss. This isn't one of them. But that's mainly because Rover is a big smelly. Maybe he's the one who was fighting Wisp this entire time. I think secretly Rover was always Blanca from the start. I think that makes perfect sense. No. Well, actually, I will be moving. I mean, Rover. This is the last time we'll get to do this. Hooray! But still, Hey, Sykes. How are you doing? I'm not going to mind all these very long train rides that kind of sucked, honestly. That'll be a nice change. Alright. It's nice to see the snow's gone, but it's been gone for a little while. Anything here? Probably not. Not that it really matters. Another spring shirt and a white ring shirt. That's the plan, yes. This is just going to be sort of, as the last day of original Animal Crossing, we're going to be wandering around. But, I'm planning to get a copy of New Horizons tomorrow. My brother's going to go out to the mall and, seeing as I won't necessarily have to break quarantine, he can probably just grab me a copy. Seeing as I had one ordered for me as a birthday present, but it was going to be delivered by Amazon and wouldn't show up till a week late. And if he can't get me a copy, I could always just buy a digital one, so, that's okay. I will be doing this tomorrow, probably at a much earlier time, because that's actually going to be tied to my Switch clock, I guess. But, Peaches with her creepy wobbly doll. It's a weirdly bizarrely teleporting Velma. I'm not going to miss that. Hey, another glowy spot. Yay! I kind of like it. I think it's a nice little emote thing. It looks a little bit cramped though, like your Shy Guy's head looks a little bit compacted. Like it's just a little too thin and not quite round enough, I think. But I think it's pretty good. I definitely get what it's trying to, put across as a emotion and as a message, which is good. I think clarity is important, and it does that well. Good old Goldie. She was a good girl. And Chow, who was always grumpy, but he was never dishonest with us. But he did make everyone mad, evidently. Here's Other Town's Copper, who we did not get a KK Slider song for. I feel bad about that. Cube, everyone's favorite GameCube penguin, once again rocking the GameCube shirt. And Camo Frog, armed with 2 different types of camouflage now. He's not going to blend into anything that way. No, it's still pretty impressive that you managed to do that freehand. I'm not skilled enough to do anything like that, I'm afraid. One last fossil, I guess. We never did get the quest to do the lighthouse this year. Which sucks, because you have to do that 2 years in a row to get everything from it. Ace has disappeared. S has Spike, but that's okay, I guess. I know that problem. Drawing all the pixel art in Animal Crossing over this past year, it's really hard to actually make anything when you're limited by how big you can actually make it. Oh, there's Ace. You know, I never really actually liked Ace. He joined my original town, like, near the tail end when I stopped playing regularly way back when. And I never really wanted him there to begin with, but he never left. Yeah, I'm sure it is still 32 by 32. On the bright side, you've got a better palette from what I understand, and you can scan QR codes. Unfortunately, my phone, like, broke yesterday, so that does me 0 good. Quetzal was a pretty early, or pretty late joiner to this town originally as well, but, you know, I actually like Quetzal. I like the eagle characters. Cookie's been here a while as well. Although Pierce wasn't always here, he was actually on the opposite side of town. And here, where his house originally was when we started, this was originally a house for Bob. A big purple cat with an N64 logo in his house. I was really excited about that N64 logo. Pierce's original house, as I've said countless times, it's right here, where I kind of started a garden. But then he left and I was sad. And Pierce was my favorite villager, so when he left, of course by transferring between memory cards and stuff, I decided I was going to transfer between memory cards the opposite way until I got Pierce back, which took about 2 days worth of actual work. It was kind of bad, but still. And this was, of course, where Pearl had originally lived. But now she's in our town. The town. And of course, this is going to totally shock you, but this was actually my house. I know it's a shocker, but this was, in fact, my house in original Animal Crossing. Hence why it has Knuckles, Echidna, and Knights outside. Well, you know, I think at least having the option to make new emotes moving forward, you know, at least you've got the wiggle room if there's anything new you want to make. You know, honestly, I wanted to remake this very room for the main, like, floor of our house, and we just never got to it. And the main floor of our house is kind of just, nothing's really going on with it. It's sort of like trying to be half this, but that said, upstairs we did actually make a Zen garden way back in the day. I really like that background with this. And then downstairs we have basically nothing but the Nintendo developer items and my NES collection. I don't know, if you're gonna do a raid one with a Shy Guy, I would probably suggest like the pirate captain Shy Guy with like a hook hand or like a sword or something. But that would be my immediate go-to for Shy Guy plus raid. And now I'm just trying to think of a million different ways you could use the Shy Guys on stilts, or the Limbo guys. Or the Anti-Guy. Or like the super fat Shy Guy from Shy Guy's Toy Box. I want to be Paper Mario now, but it's so hard to find and so expensive. I think once we get into New Horizon, I might go back into original Animal Crossing just to try and like hand copy some of my older patterns, just because why not? But I think that's something I'm gonna have to do. Gourmet Guy. Shy Guy's Toy Box was such a great level. Had a terrible party member in it, but it was a great level. As we say goodbye to my original town from the start of when Animal Crossing first came out, let's head back to our town. I got stuck for the longest time trying to figure out how to get into Shy Guy's Toy Box. And I got stuck on that level for quite a while as well. I got stuck on pretty much all the levels in Paper Mario. But, you know, Paper Mario 1 and 2 are so special to me. I wish I had copies of them, but they're so hard to find. But they were really, really genuinely good. I don't know what Mario has been up to recently. I know there's been like 4 other Paper Mario games since, as well as a crossover with Mario Luigi. But, you know, I also only played the first one in that series, so... And for the last time, we pull into the station. Never to use these trains again. Probably, anyway. Uh-oh. Did we lose another villager, or is this the HRA telling me I suck? It's the HRA telling me I'm sucking and I need better sets. I think there was actually supposed to be a present in there. We never did get to finish our big super garden, but to be fair, we just didn't have the time. Over the course of a whole year, we could not fill out this entire map. Unfortunately. Now, granted, that's because this game didn't really have spreading flowers. I'm going to assume the next one does, because everyone after this did. So at the very least, we can work on a super garden there, if we need to. There's Tangy, or at least her house. You know, our village, Spike, Cube, Cookie, Goldie, Tangy, with the exception of Bessie and Pearl, who came from my other town, every person in our town is a clone. There are hundreds of villagers, so I don't know how that happened, but that's how that happened. Oh, Pearl, I'm gonna miss you. You were always my second favorite. You know, I said this in my review, and I'm sure I've said this a bunch of times, but when I first got the original Animal Crossing this disc, I got it the day before my birthday. And I set up my town, because I was so excited to play it, and I had, like, an absolute blast for, like, the 10 minutes of content it provided, because it was, of course, about 10 at night when I got it, and of course everything was shut down. But I woke up the next morning and played, and my two favorite villagers were standing outside my door, and they got me NES Balloon Fight. And that was my first NES game. Like, period. And that'll always be a very fond memory for me. I'm hoping I will see Pearl in the next iteration. I mean, I know she's there, but she's a mainstay of the series, but still, I don't want to lose good old Pearl. I'm glad we could fulfill Copper's dream of having some KK Slider music to listen to. And he got the best one, and he's gonna listen for quite a while yet, I think. You know, I wish we did get to finish this garden, but what we did was pretty special. Hey, Sahara. Unfortunately, I don't have a carpet. Well, what can you do? Not every day are you going to have a carpet. I'm still annoyed about how everything's sort of gone wrong this week. Like, I had planned on doing, like, a stream for Phantasy Star Online, and then I planned on doing one for Phantasy Star Online 2, and then kind of all my stuff basically broke immediately. I could still do Phantasy Star Online 2, but I just don't have time. I'll see if I can do it later, but, and now my phone broke, which sucks, because one of the ways I was getting through all my work this weekend was just listening to my music, and I can't do that anymore. Thanks to the lovely people at Apple and their stuff that you're apparently supposed to replace every 10 years. Ugh. But yeah, everything's just sort of gone wrong today. And like all week, but what can you do? You're gonna have times like that. I haven't run into Wisp yet, which is fine. I don't really aspire to help him today. Today was a day of just memories, really. Nookingtons. I remember when this was Nook's Cranny, and I had to actually bring my character from my other town in, turn this into Nookingtons, and we got Pierce as a result. That was awesome. I got my favorite villager of all time. Even though I'm sad to have seen him not be in my original town anymore, and now he's back, which I don't know how to feel, because he was here and it was great. What can you do? I'd very much like to keep this picture of a sunset over mountains. I like that quite a lot. Our dummies are completely, basically unconcepted and very, very weird mishmash of stuff in my house. Also, this song, that is definitely not our theme song. Let's change that. Our awesome glass table and cream couch. Got Hamtaro over there on top of the fireplace. Our gyroids, as well as our awesome banded dragonflies. These guys were such a pain in the ass to get. I'm gonna miss these dummies. These were always my favorite thing. And our best friend, Bunny Bee Balloon. We never did clean up this mess or go back to Punch Out. Yeah, I'm probably too rusty to ever bother again. What can you do? We spent so long trying to get these droploids. Worth it? I do like this night sky background. Well, I think there's one more place I'd like to take a look. Just before we wrap this up for one last go. But this won't be the end, of course. With the new one coming out tomorrow, I will be doing a stream, probably a lot earlier, but still, streams will be streamed. I think it's just important that we give one last look to the museum. So let's start where we first completed the museum. Where you can actually hear, I think it's a howloid somewhere in the ether over that way, beyond the game's actual playable bounds. Just want to point that out one last time. Oh, the T-Rex skeleton. The skeleton that had the single most expensive bones in it. You were how I ended up amassing such a fortune, buddy. I'll miss you. All these terrible paperweights. There was only 5 too, but we just ran into so bloody many. Alright, next of course, insects. Got longhorn beetle and a bunch of cicadas. Kuagata stag beetles, a rhinoceros beetle. Ah, crickets, cricketing. That terrible cockroach just scuttling about. A bagworm. We spent forever trying to get him. Get back here. I want to step on you, cockroach. Yay! Woo! I think he's just happy I won't have to do that again. Where is it? Come on. There we go. It's valuable despite being a cockroach. That is the most valued cockroach in existence, I think. Well, we worked hard, but we got all the fish. Even if the last one we needed was like a salmon. Good old coelacanth over there. And a frog, even though a frog is not a fish. And of course, finally, took a little bit of help to get the last painting. But we did complete our paintings, thus completing this entire museum. This one's probably my favorite. That's why I have one in my house. He really does say something different when you complete the collection. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. Well, we've pretty much... There is one more thing we have to go do. And it's very important. And it's almost as important as not running through the flowers to destroy them, even if we're never going to come back and see them. Because what we need to do is say one final teary farewell to our best pal, Phyllis. I always loved you, Phyllis. You were far more genuine than Pelly. You always kept the e-reader machine dust-free. I kind of wish there was a I just want to talk to you button, just so I can actually, like, say, well, this is it, I guess. But, thank you for all your hard work, Phyllis. You didn't have to put up with all my bullshit, but you absolutely did. And I love you for it, girl. Anyway, I'll see you around. Alright. And finally, one last time, let's go home. Because I think that'll be it. And I hope you all enjoyed this little social experiment I've been doing for, well, it was originally going to be a year, but now it's been over that, and this is going to bleed into the next game, which, I mean, hopefully at least people will actually want to watch. But I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, follow the stream to know when we go live, because we do this never again. This is the last time, but we will be doing the new Animal Crossing tomorrow from quarantine, as we always have since quarantine has started. We will also be doing Mario Maker, which I still have to do tonight, but I got about a billion other things, and I've basically been sleeping for the past couple hours just because I've been wrecked with everything else I've had to do today. Stress has not been helping me. Stress has been making me feel sicker and sicker and worse, but I'm not actually, like, sick. I'm just really worn out. But, you know, look forward to that. You might also want to check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see everything else I do, which is a lot of stuff. Not just these streams, but reviews and everything. There's at least, like, 3 videos a week, plus, like, archive streams and stuff, so lots and lots of stuff. And if you really want to make my day, check out the show's PayPal or Patreon. Support the show any way you can so that I can continue to do what I do to the best of my ability, which in this case is play Animal Crossing every day for over a year, to lead up to the next Animal Crossing game that I'm very excited for, which we can see tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and until then, stay safe and stay smart out there. Try and keep your distance and keep your hands clean and stuff, just so you don't get sick. And until then, peace out, Internet. And peace out, Animal Crossing.